here's my take on here's my take on it. Like, and I've said it so many times in the past. KI could have continued to be so good, even though the game had its flaws, or has its flaws, the balancing and whatnot, and character archetypes and what have you. I really think it's important that, you know, like, it seems like there's a lot of hype around this whole bring back KI thing. People need to keep that same energy all the fucking time. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I had my throat's been super fucking sore. I shouldn't even be streaming tonight because my throat is fucked up. But I think for you know, the game is good. It always has been. Problem is how the community feels about it. If the community continued to support the game in a variety of different ways, it would have continued to thrive. People are still playing this game on a weekly, monthly basis, and you know, there's still an online community for what it's worth. But the reality is, a lot of people in the community wanted, you know, the competitive players, which is primarily what this game was. It was competitive, which is perfect. It's perfectly fine because the casuals can do their casual thing, and the competitive people could do the competitive stuff. It's not necessarily about the developer supporting the game. It's about the community doing things, you know. So like Ape and Beatdown was a prime example of a community-backed initiative that fell apart because the community didn't support it anymore. So it really comes down to the people. Like, I see people saying, "Oh, I love KI and this and that and the other thing." That's great, but you know what's this? You know what are you know, what's being done to bring it back? You know, you could totally bring it back. You just have to pitch it. What kind of community-ran events are happening? You know, like, for me, I don't even think there's a KI community in the Bay Area. So, like, I wouldn't even know where to go to play locally, you know? So, there's a lot involved with it. But, you know, look, at the end of the day, people that are playing games competitively, it's not just for fun. If you're going to play it competitively in an esport environment, people want to get paid. There's no payouts in this game. Most of the guys that are playing this game aren't getting paid like Street Fighter players and Tekken players. Mortal Kombat. That type of exposure, you know. You know, so Kings, what's up, man? And forgive me, my throat's really fucking... I should not even be screaming like I am, but I couldn't help it. You know, I don't know. It's like... Hey, Menzo, how you doing, man? I mean, I am happy to see, like, it feels good to, like, play and see some familiar faces, and I have a lot to thank Killer Instinct for. Killer Instinct is one of the primary games that launched my streaming career. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I didn't have a stepping stone, which was KI. KI put me on, I don't want to say put me on the map, but it definitely put me in a place where I could grow as a streamer, understand the business, and grow a brand, you know? And I've done everything that most of the other guys that have done, you know, moved on to building businesses and brands and, you know, doing, you know, activations and what have you. So, you know, that's pretty much what I've been doing. I haven't necessarily been streaming as much as I used to, and I haven't been making YouTube content, but I'm doing a lot of other things in that influencer space. You know, so, but I am happy to see, you know, at the end of the day, all the game communities that I've been a part of, Killer Instinct, hands down, was the best community that I've ever been a part of. 100%. And yeah, I mean, look, we could talk about it all day long as far as, like, you know, exclusivity, this and that and the other thing. You know, hey, Liger, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm a little sore throat, but I'm good, man. Thank you for asking. You know, I think it's like, what do we do in a situation like, how do you actually bring it back? It's very possible. You can. It's very, very doable to bring this game back. Not necessarily in the way that people want it right now. Everyone wants a new version of the game. I totally agree. I mean, look, I talk shit all the time, you know, and that's just me being tired of playing the same game over and over and over and over again. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to stop playing KI. I was like, all right, I want to grow myself as a creator. I need to do other things and play the games I really want to play. Of course, if KI were to come out with a new version of the game on the next version of the Xbox or whatever, of course I'll play it. This is the only fighting game that I ever enjoyed playing. Every other fighting game I played outside of KI, I always come back to KI. I'm like, why can't any other major title, AAA developed game, have the same netcode as KI that's free to fucking play? How in the hell has NetherRealm not been able to... Not even... You know what? I'm gonna put NetherRealm on the bench for a second. Why the fuck hasn't Capcom... Why couldn't Capcom figure out their goddamn netcode? With a game like Street Fighter and all of the brands that back that game with the different esports organizations, the players, the fucking brands that back that shit up. There's so much money poured into that fucking game. You know, so like... That's why the problem is like... Every fighting game I've tried to play, because I've always wanted to continue playing fighting games after KI, because a lot of the skills in KI translate into other fighting games, within reason. It always came down to the netcode. I work, you know, a lot of people forget too, I'm one of the few gaming creators or Twitch streamers that I have a full-time job. Like, I work 40 plus hours a week. Usually more. I'm working. I have a family to provide for. I work. I don't get to stream and play games as much as I used to before I got, you know, before I had moved to the Bay Area. So getting into fighting games, I was really dependent on the netcode of the game so that I can connect with people and get better and play online. So I didn't have to, you know, I could take my fight stick with me to the office, plug it into my computer, and play the game. And know that no matter what system I'm playing on, PC-wise, I'd be able to play it and train. And that's why I got so good so fast, because I was able to play online like as if I was sitting next to somebody. I can't necessarily do that anymore. I can't really do that with other fighting games so much. Unless you drive somewhere, but most of us, you know, adults don't really have that kind of time. So I depend on the netcode. Not one fighting game could I ever confidently say came close to what KI was able to provide for free. For free. When I played fucking Mortal Kombat 11, I can't even begin to tell you how fucking terrible of an experience I've had playing that trash. That swill. And if I want to play the game and be somewhat competitive, I have to get a PlayStation. Are you fucking me? And I will say Tekken, for the most part, is pretty close. It has its ups and downs, but... Man, KI is the only game that just blows all of them out of the water. Like no fucking cap, man.